Looks like I was on mute. My bad. I'm mute, Miss Linda. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Welcome to the live, everybody. Thank you all for joining us. Oh, she said no sound. What about now?
Hello, hello.
Can you guys hear us? All right. So, okay, awesome. So, thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. Welcome to our Sunday Live. Today, we're going to be talking about Puff and how you can use it in your embroidery. Um, I've been seeing a lot of people use Puff to do the Puff like embossing, which I think is really, really nice. And one of the things I use with Puff is with my hats. So when I'm creating or doing hats, I use a lot of Puff. I think I used it, and you'll be able to see like in one of my previous videos where I actually was showing how to use Puff, and I laid it across the top of the hat as it was embroidering. A couple things with that is making sure that your design can accommodate Puff. Now, granted, if you have a lot of our machines are so technology inclined where they can actually sew over the puff because of the thickness of it. So you can definitely do that and it adjusts. So that's good. And then there's also actually having it digitized to be for 3D puff. So it's there's so many different things and so many different techniques that you can use for using your puff. And you know how we buy all the things like I was looking at people's videos. I'm like, I got Puff from days of old. So like, people that ain't even in business no more, like Itty Bitty Dragon used to sell Puff like years ago. So I still have some of the. I don't know if you guys remember Itty Bitty Dragon, but that was a really really cool company that I used to buy a lot of my stuff from. But I think after COVID they went out of business. I don't know if they're back or not. I have to go check them out. But thank you guys for joining us today. There are two files that we're going to play with, and those files are one is like a dog keychain, the other one is a pencil because it is Teachers Appreciation Week starting this week. So it's one of those things that we can actually do. Now, one of the things that I do have my handy dandy USB drives and my little USB case so that I can actually transfer the files. So I have a link in the description that gives you the files that I'm using. I got them from Creative Fabrica. They're not, I don't think they're digitized for 3D or for Puff, but it's one of those things that we can use it as an example of how your machine can adjust. Now, I'm going to be using my Brother 10 needle, which is the PR 1055X to do this embroidery. And so the first one that I have is some little puppy dog paws, and those little paws are super cute. So, and I'm gonna use my brown, and Puff is in so many colors. So I'm gonna use the brown Puff, and I'm also gonna use marine vinyl, which I absolutely love, and I have a chocolate marine vinyl. So I'm gonna use brown Puff with chocolate marine vinyl, or you could use, I got some black Puff over here too. So it just depends on what you want to do. One of the things I always say when you're doing this kind of stuff is making sure that if you don't have the thread to match, make sure that you know what colors you really want to use as you're doing your puff embroidery. So it does make a difference. I'm also going to use, because I want some stability in my keychain. Hey, Donzel, welcome to the live. I'm going to use my some cutaway stabilizer. Now, you can definitely use tearaway, especially when you're doing something like a key fob, if that's your preference. But I really like it for it all to be kind of stable and then kind of on the thicker side. So because I like that, then I'm gonna have it. I want to use a little bit thicker width. Now, Miss Linda, which one are you gonna make first?
I think I'm gonna go for the paws first.
Okay.
The
Okay.
doggy paws. I
All
think so.
right.
Paws, yes, ma'am.
All right. So, how's everybody doing today? Are you guys working on anything? And have you used Puff before in any of your projects? Let's see. I am going to go get this file because it's been a crazy day today. So I've been like running, 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 trying to get my orders out. Um, hmm. I know I downloaded the little doggy file. I think it's called Pause, right? Yeah, there we go. Cute pause. There they are. All right. And so I need a PES file. So, what's everybody doing? Hey, if you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up. You want to do a t-shirt with puffs for my grandkids. Oh, now that would be so nice. And so now it's really important that you understand what puff you buy, because there are some puffs that are just used for things that are not washable. So you have to make sure that you get the version of puff that is that has the ability to be washed. Now, one thing that I do know about puff is that you cannot dry clean it, because what happens is people who are doing dry cleaning aren't really caring about what your garment is made of. So you have to be mindful of that, because if they put that heat press thing on that puff and it's not like puff vinyl or something, well, even puff vinyl, you got to be careful with that as well. But what will happen is it will 100% deteriorate and melt your puff. So you definitely want to make sure that if you're doing puff, it is one that is washable. Sulky, and I'm looking for mine because I have some Sulky somewhere around here, but Sulky has one that's washable. So making sure that you can use the right type of puff is also a good thing. So make sure you understand that the puff you're using is for embroidery. Make sure that the garment that you're putting it on, people know, do not dry clean it, because the dry cleaners will kill it. Um, and then also make sure that whoever is you're giving it to, they know to tumble dry. It has to be tumble dry. It has to be, there's specific things that you have to do. So understanding where you're getting your puff from and what the rules are around your puff is very, very important. So make sure you know that. Miss Ann said maybe she'll stick to hats. But you know what, Miss Ann, I think it's a good idea, because if you put the puff on, like say for instance, you did a shirt and you put like all your grandkids' ages on it and you put the puff around their ages, that would be really, really cute, because then all you're doing is outlining the numbers and then putting it on there. So that would be really cute. And then you would already know to just basically uh like dry it, not put it in put it in tumble dry, and not necessarily dry it, all that kind of stuff, on high heat and all of that. So you would know that. And then of course, if you were selling it, you would definitely make sure that you put that in your terms and conditions, to make sure people won't be like, well, I bought this shirt from you and it deteriorated. Well, if you put a hot iron on top of this puff, yes, it is gone, child. It's gonna be gone. And they're gonna be like, well, what happened? Well, I put an iron on it, but did you read the do nots on this garment? Because now I'm gonna tell you, when I'm selling something that has specific criteria like this, I am very, very cautious, and I make sure that sometimes I will restructure my card, just to make sure that's at the top, because most people don't read, but they only read in the first lines or first two lines of any document. They're not reading the whole thing. So I make sure that in that, I tell them what to do, especially when it's something like Puff or even my embroidery, because I make sure I put on there, not to be, some people will iron it and do some weird things to garments, and it's just like, what are you doing? So I just make sure that I have that. Welcome to the live, Miss Chrissy. Thank you for joining us. Thank you all for joining us. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up. My name is Sean. I am with Go Savvy Designs, and I'm here every Sunday, either live or I pre-record a live, just so that you guys have some content at 6 p.m. Central. And today we're working on Puff Embroidery. So we're going to, if you look in the description, the files are linked below, for you all to use if you like. I'm going to we're doing some paws today, and they're paws for our just the key fob. And I'm going to use some marine vinyl, and I'm using some what is that? Stabilizer, not cut. Lord have mercy. I'm using cutaway stabilizer, and I'm also going to use. I just thought about it. I want to grab a different color. So I'm going to use. Let's find a fun color for the front part of the paws. I'll do black. I'm using marine vinyl, and I really like marine vinyl, by the way, because if you're making a patch or any of this stuff, it really, really does a great job. Really does a great job. Thank you, Denzel. And so marine vinyl, I buy it by the rolls. But it really, again, does a great job, especially when you're doing patches or something like we're about to do with our with these key fobs. So, is anybody working on anything today? And I just got mine. So the back of my paws is going to be brown. Hey, Derica. The front part is going to be black. And I'm going to go over here to the machine, and I will get it started. So again, I'm using the Brother PR 1055X. That is my 10 needle. It's the Brother 10 needle machine. And let's put this in the machine here. I am going to, let's bring you guys along with this so you can see what I'm doing over here. So all I'm doing is I'm going to go into my screen and get my file. I'm going to get the pause. It's like, girl, them paws is too big. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to resize it. And I probably should have went in and taken one out, but it's okay. So now I'm going to make them fit. So now I have 4x4 so that they'll fit. And it is so funny because they got this little bone thing. Pencil, that's not what I was trying to do. All right. So now we got them in a 4x4, and they have them in different colors. So let's do a couple things. We're going to set the colors. I think I want to use, of course, black for wherever there's black. We're good there. And wherever there is brown, I'm going to make it white. And then I'm going to switch it up and put some yellow in here. I don't remember what I put as the yellow. So hold on, I'm gonna go look. So there's a way you can go look at your numbers if you don't know in this machine. So I have it as 11. So we're gonna make that 11. And then that's black. And you can see, kind of see like the colors are coming in as I'm setting them up. And so make that black. All right. So those are our little colors. Make sure. Oh, my little fish bone down there. Now there's another color I want to use there. And all I'm doing, I set up all my colors, and so we use this 0735. This way I can go in and change up some things. Oh, I don't think I like that. And the good thing about having all your numbers in there like this is that it makes for you to be able to see what color it is and be projected on there. So now I think I'm good there. I'm going to end my edit. Now I always trace. I never start without a trace or try my best not to because tracing is definitely a good thing to do. So now let's trace this. Make sure it's not going to hit anything. Ooh, and it will. It's going to tear up my frame. So no. I need two things. One, I can go into Embroidery and modify this, or two, I can get a bigger frame. We're just gonna get a bigger frame, okay? Because we don't have time like that, and I don't want to waste your time. We just want to get it done. So I'm going to increase the size of my frame, which doesn't take a whole lot of time to do. Let me make sure. I'm gonna have to, yep, I'm gonna adjust this bad boy. So let's do that real quick. And all I have to do here, and I hope you guys can still hear me, is just slide this out until I always have to make sure I'm at the right place. And then, Miss Linda, can you still hear me okay? I don't know if these earbuds picked up or not.
Yes, ma'am. I hear you. I got you. I got you.
Okay. How's yours coming out?
I just got finished laying the oh
Okay.
the oh God. Oh, mm.
All right. Bigger frame. Welcome in, Miss Tammy.
Hello, Miss Tammy. Oh God. Okay.
So the key fobs, Miss Ann, I got those from Creative Fabrica. There's a link down in the description of the live that will give you the same files that we're about to use. What happened, Miss Linda?
I laid that leather down and fox leather down and forgot about the doggone puff puff.
Oh, okay. Well, no. Oh, okay. Because it started doing the bigger piece. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, hold on. So,
Yeah, that's where I got the designs. Creative Fabrica. Now I have a there is a link to it. So you can definitely grab that. So I'm using my brown. I'm just cutting out a bigger piece. I got my stabilizer. And here's my black. I'm going to cut a bigger piece. So guys, doing a trace is very good. You can look at the numbers, and I'm gonna tell you one of the things, especially with the Mighty hoops or Maggie hoops or whatever hoops you may be using, you should always do a trace just to make sure you're not going to mess up your machine because we do not want that at all. It's just 100% bad.
Miss Karen. Miss Shawn, you echoing off of everything. You're talking twice.
Hmm. I wonder why. Can you guys hear me twice as well? I wonder. Let me see. Oh yes, trace, trace, trace. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. All right, so now I'm back. I got everything set up. Now let's go back to the machine. Now this is pretty thick, guys. That's the one thing about marine vinyl. It really is something thick. Now the other thing I could have done, and let me do that, because what I can do when you have this much marine vinyl in here is take off the back one, and literally I have some 505 spray here. I'll spray it on this and then just stick it to there. Uh-oh. Lord, I had 505. Look at that. Do y'all see that? What in the world? What in the world happened to the lid? Okay, that's why I got to bag up. Okay, no echo. Thank you, Miss Karen. Hey, Miss Linda. Hope you're doing okay. So I have a basting adhesive spray. Now move it away from your mighty hoop. You don't want to get it stuck on your mighty hoop. And I just spray the center of it, and then I will take it to the back of my thing like that. Press it down, and it'll stay. It's a temporary spray, and so this way, I don't necessarily have to have it in the hoop, but because I want it to be my backing. Now, guys, let me tell you what I did. I'm so special. I did not. This is not. It's not in appropriately, so I'm just sliding in just a little bit more. There we go. To there. Now we got it. All right. Still not right. Okay. Gotta make sure this is tight. And so what I'm gonna do is I'll go get my little tool to tighten it up, but I wanted to make sure I had it here first. Move that up. Make sure everything clicks. That's under there. Now it's definitely enough space so that everything fits. So guys, it's so important that you trace, because if I had just hit the start button, it would have clobbered that side rail on that smaller hoop, and I would have just messed up one of my feet. And we don't want that, especially since I literally just got my machine serviced last week. And I get my machine service every April. This one here, and I have a technician that comes out here and they do it on site. So I'm not trying to carry no machine nowhere, and I don't, when you're as busy as I get this time of year, you do not want to have your machine down. Just let them come do it. All right, so now we trace again. We got great spacing. There will be no oopsies. And I'm playing Bob and Chicken, by the way. So I know that somewhere during this time, I'm going to have to replace my bobbin. Now, this stitch out says 29 minutes. So it's going to take us 29 minutes. Let's get to getting. So, you know what? I see what Miss Linda's talking about. The way this trace is, it's going to outline it, but I don't have any pauses or anything like that in there. So I have an option. Because what I did was black and white, I'm going to use, instead of my brown puff, I'm going to use white puff, and I'm going to use black puff. So I have white puff here and a black puff here. So I'm going to use those. Now, with this, what you'll see in the design is that it's going to just stitch right on over it and it will be perfectly fine. Now, what I will do is I'm going to take my other scissors and cut it so that it is not so much. And what I want to do is I'm going to start this first outline so I will know where my 3 paws are going to print because it's going to do 3 of them. And that way it'll give me an idea of where to lay the puff. So let's start it out so we can get this one knocked out. And I think we're probably just going to do this one since it's going to take so long.
So, Miss Shawn, you laying down your puff first?
I'm gonna lay it down right after this thing stitches this little trim because I used to know where it was gonna go and which one it was gonna do first. And so because it's doing this little white tiger first, I'm actually gonna stop it. So I'm gonna stop it right there because it's getting ready to start the stitch out, right? So because of that, I just want to be able to have that little trace outline of the one. And so all I'm going to do is take this little piece of white here and lay it there. So that way I'll let the first paw will print or stitch out. Hopefully that's the way it stitches because I didn't put it in embroidery and check it. And so as long as it stitches that way, then I'm good because all it's going to do now is stitch over on top of the puff. Make sure you guys can see that. Yeah. So now it's going to go back over the outline. What is that there? Okay. That little piece of stray white thread was weird to me. Okay. So now it's going to do its thing. So I'm going to let it finish doing all of this stitching and all of that. And you'll see how it comes out as it's stitching over the puff. Now, any questions? Anybody have any questions so far? Let me go check Instagram because I know I'm live over there. Hey guys, thank you for joining. Hey Kirby Creations, thank you for joining. So I do have Instagram going. Hey Miss Latricia, welcome to the live. So we are doing some paw prints that are key fobs using Puff. There's a lot of different things that you can do with Puff. And so it's really one of those additions to your embroidery, kind of like vinyl, right? So we have Puff vinyl that you can also use, especially when you're doing things like if you're want to making yourself one of those really nice Mother's Day shirts or something like that, and you really want to use some Puff. You can use this or you can use Puff vinyl. And you know what people are doing right now is they're putting it on the opposite side of the garment to make it look embossed. And so, because let me tell you, that embossing tool, whew, that thing is expensive. It is more expensive than a chenille machine. Let me just tell you, I looked, it's high. Because I was thinking about adding embossing to my shop years ago, but no, it's not something I'm gonna add because it's pretty pricey. So what it's doing right now is it is literally just stitching over. Just literally going straight to the profile. Now the good thing with the machines like these, they censor it. They can tell the height. I mean, like on this machine, if I had put one of my little what's it called? One of my little snowmen on there. Glitter Puff, they might. They just might. And you know what? Hold on. Is that right here? Because I was just looking at one of the vendors that's called Specialty Materials. And I do think they have a Glitter Puff vinyl. And if you guys didn't know, Specialty Materials is very similar to Caesar and all of them. Now, at one point, for some reason, I vaguely remember somebody telling me that Specialty Materials was the plug for everyone else. So I don't know if it's still true. Things change with businesses and things. But let me go look because I do have a folder, maybe on my desk, that has all that stuff in it. And I can tell you really quickly. Let's see. I usually have it. Okay. I thought I could find it, but I don't see it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it does. I'm just gonna be kind of puffy. Okay, so let me look at Specialty Materials. Miss Linda, how? Ooh, look at hers. That looks big. All right. Yeah, that looks really good. So now Specialty Materials. Let's talk about them. So I do think I'm gonna go to their website. Um, they do have Specialty Materials decorating. They have this brick that I absolutely love. Let me just tell you, their brick is so nice. Let's see. Specialty Materials. Here we go. They have a Thermoflex. It's the Thermoflex that I like. Their Thermoflex. Oh, they're. Oh. That's a company called Specialty Graphics. That's Hold on. I gotta make sure I'm in the right place because it looks like everybody wants to call their stuff specialty materials, but they're specialty materials out of Oklahoma. Um, okay, so there's a specialtymaterials.com. And so when I tell you their stuff is so similar to everybody else's, it makes me wonder about stabilizers because stabilizers are only made by 3 vendors in the entire world. Those 3 vendors sell to everybody else, and people just repackage them and brand them based on their stuff. Same thing with specialty materials. Now, the question was whether or not they had, let's see, what kind of puff do they have? They do have glitter. Now, let's see if they have glitter puff. There's, let's see what's in the glitter. It looks like they do have an embroidery glitter. Let's see what that is, which is interesting. It does look like it gives it a little bit of depth. It really does. Huh. How about that? So they said embroidery glitter. Glitter with no carrier, perfect for embroidery. Has heat sealed adhesive on the back for the extra staying power. Made with real glitter particles. Can be sublimated. If you love embroidery, then you'll need embroidery glitter. It is high quality embroidery applique with the same great look as their Glitter Flex Ultra. It doesn't say that it's like a puff, but it definitely gives that look. So, and this is, I will share the link. There we go. So that way, and let me share the link on Instagram as well. If you haven't joined already and you are enjoying the live, please consider joining the channel and following us. Hit that bell so you'll be notified. I'm going to do a couple of things this week. I plan on doing another type. Oh, okay, it's called Fashion Flex Puff. Okay, awesome. So yeah. So there you go. They have some. Thank you for telling us, Miss Ann. I thought they did. Oh, I'm missing the black. Oh, we didn't put a black. You know what? Hold on. I'll just let it go. We'll do one without it, and then I'll add it to the last one. Okay. Let's do that. So that way we can see the difference. Okay. It'll be like a compare and contrast. There's always a method. We can always change. So in this case, we'll have 2 with puff and 1 without. Yes, Miss Ann. So now you can have some glitter vinyl. But guys, if you don't have an account with specialty materials, you should. I'm not sponsored by them. Actually, I'm not sponsored by anyone. But I just really, really love their stuff. And if you do hats, their flex is really nice. Their brick is really nice. And like I said, you'll see lots of similarities to people like Caesar. It may not be the same price though. So that's a whole different story. So the price may be definitely better. Especially if you get a business account. So just keep that in mind because it could be something really good. So what's everybody working on? Anybody doing anything good? Have you guys gotten all your Mother's Day orders out? Anybody making anything cool for Mother's Day? Miss Linda, that looks good. And by the way, yours looks huge. So you must have put yours in Brilliance. No? Yeah, oh, you did something. Or is that a different one? I know you did something. What's that?
I left the file just the way it was. I just dropped it. That was it.
Oh, okay.
It does. It is a little big.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? Maybe what I did was I grabbed the wrong file. Probably. I mean, that's not unusual for me. But that looks really nice because mine is doing three and a fish or something. I don't know what I did something weird. But yeah, so thank you
That's
guys.
what the file has. It has three dog things and a fish, but I didn't do. I just did one.
Okay, yeah, that's what I should have done. But I was rushing, so I just grabbed them all. It's all good. But that one looks cute. That looks really cute. We're gonna see how this turns out. Yours look bigger, which I like the bigger one. Yeah, I like the bigger one. Oh, so guys, here is the Soki. This is what Soki looks like. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Soki, but I do like their foam too. And this foam is specifically for sewing. I have 2 millimeter here, and I think this one is. This one is 3 millimeter. So they have an assortment pack, which is what this is. And what this was, this is really what I use on my hats. Now I've used this on my hats for years, but this is the one where it tells you um, about the different styles. It even gives you like digitizing instructions and things on the back, which is so important to understand because it tells you when you're digitizing for foam what to do. And then when you're working with keyboard lettering and puffy foams, how to do that. It also tells you what to do when you're using it on a cap, um, and different types of the best results when you're using the foam. So it goes through a lot of different things here. And then they tell you, that it's non-toxic, it's water resistant, not waterproof. It's machine washable. It says virtually no waste. Even very small pieces can be used. So if you're one of those people who hold on to the scraps and you like to save the stuff, then get you a puffy foam little container that you can put your scraps in because sometimes as we're doing those little things, I'm about to miss it again. Nope, nope. This is the same one. Okay, okay. Ooh, crisis averted. That's still number two. I gotta just pay attention to when it's almost done with number two. But it also says avoid over drying in the dryer and do not iron or dry clean. So let me tell you, this is in the fine print. Like it's right here in the fine print. Where people ain't gonna read it, they're gonna miss that whole thing. So it's up to us when we're using this to make sure that you know what the cautions are because it says avoid over drying in hot dryers, do not iron or dry clean right here. So those are the things that when you're using puff to just to know about and keep in the back of your mind because it's really really important to understand that. Um, but yeah, so I really like the Sulky Puff. Again, these like some of this I know I got from Itty Bitty Dragon. Some of it I got from All Stitch. And look at this one. You see how thin this one is? I mean, that's less than an inch. Make sure is it still? Yep, it's still on the number two. So like, I mean, 3 millimeters. This is probably like -1. I mean, it's so tiny. It's really tiny. So this is if you just wanted to give something a little bit of height, just a little bit. But yeah, so puff is not a bad thing to use. And neither is my marine vinyl because I love this. Now, all this stuff here stays in the drawer that I have right underneath my cabinet right here. And so that way I can get my marine vinyl, my vinyl, my sucker vinyl drawer, and my puff. So, and it all stays there. So, questions. Yeah, you can double that. That's right. That's right. Look, double or triple for that case because it's so thin. Yes, it's gonna be too cute. at Miss Linda's. It's big. That's really nice. So, what are you guys working on? Anybody working on it? I know it's Sunday, and next Sunday is Mother's Day. So, uh-oh. Let's see. It's about to go to the third one. I'm gonna let it do its little circle. I'm cutting out my piece of puff now. Once it does its little circle, I'm going to stop it. So I'm gonna stop it right here. Now I'm gonna add my little piece of puff. I'm gonna start it. So guys, literally, anything you want to add puff to, you technically can. It's up to you. So and puff isn't like it isn't bad. It's kind of like we've been doing with our bling and our vinyl. You can add bling to anything you like. You can add vinyl to anything you like. So all of it. We can do it all. We can do it all, and we can have puff. So has everybody done their Mother's Day gifts? You guys got all your stuff out? I don't think anybody did. Anybody answer? Let me go back and look. No. Okay, does anybody have any questions? The one question I did have for you guys is there something that you want to know about in embroidery that maybe I haven't covered and you'd like to see covered? Because I'd love to like do something specific that you guys are interested in knowing about, because I was thinking about this and like I've been embroidering now for almost 10 years. It's been a long time. You bought a Hallmark card. Hey, it's better than nothing. Oh, that's nice, Miss Linda. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, yes. That is so pretty. I like it. Hey, a Hallmark card works. It works. I'm biased. Definitely does. You know, I made my mom this blanket. I got to keep it. Been back here for months now. Because y'all know I made this a long time ago. So I got to send her little blanket. So that's her blanket. I'll send it to her this week. Got to get it in the mail so it'll get to her. I tried to bling her a shirt, but you know, I'm not a blingologist. I'm just like I'm not a bling person, so the shirt kind of came out all right, but I don't like it. I mean, I think she gonna like it. I did the vinyl and the bling because we call her MOM. Like we don't just say mom, we literally say MOM when we talk to our mom. We're like, hey MOM, like my mom was a teacher, so just calling her MOM, like that's what we say. Hey MOM. So, and my sister started that when, like I don't know, years ago. Talk to mom. So, thank you guys. I think she's gonna like it. I thought about sublimate because it's polyester, so I thought about sublimating like a picture of all of us on there, but I don't have time for that. I don't have time. I don't even have a heat press that big, so probably not gonna happen. Uh-oh. Something just happened. I don't know if you guys listen to everything, but I do. And I think, well, this one here would have told me I was out of thread. But something just, it clicked. I don't know what that is. I'm going to try to keep going. But I heard something. Oh, yeah. I think I'm out of bobbin thread. Let me see. Because it'll keep going, then I'll have to go backwards. Look at that. See, I told y'all. I heard it. I heard it when it ended. So you got to listen. Listening to your machine is so important. It is very important. Now, I have a question. Where do you guys keep your bobbins? Oh, where do you keep your bobbins? Because let me tell y'all, I just ordered some new bobbins from Havendead, some more, because I'm running low. This is my bobbin case. And let me tell you, this thing normally stays up to the brim. And this was what I call running low. So I'm running low on my bobbin case. But I got a Havendash box in there that I probably could open on this live while the stuff is still stitching. But yes, listening to your machine is very, very important. All right, let's get a piece of thread here. Here we go. And see, I heard that, and I'm still going to go back some because that was quite a few stitches back that I heard the little click sound. And I knew I was playing bobbin chicken. I told y'all that when we started. I'm like, I'm playing bobbin chicken, so we're going to see when it runs out. And it got all the way to the third. I like to use my bobbin thread. The thread is expensive. All right, so what I'm going to do is go back about 200 stitches. I did 300, okay, guys? So, 300. We're just going to make sure that it's catching. Okay. There we go. That sounds good. So, you guys, thank you all. Yeah, I think she's going to like it. Uh-oh. Let's see what's going on over here. Let's cut the thread. So I'm not sure what he thinks is happening. To make sure we don't have a bird's nest or anything. So maybe I need to pull this out a little bit more. It's definitely okay there. Now let's put this back in. And one of the things I thought about is I probably, let's see what happens here. Let's start that. But one of the things that I think I should have thought about was going back through and adding that trace right at the end to come back and retrace them, but then also at my final at the very end. So that way it would have done all the stitch out, but then it would have covered up the backing. So Miss Linda, you're cutting yours out? Okay. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you hanging out with us on a Sunday afternoon. My name is Sean with Go Savvy Designs, and we have Miss Linda with Crafting Cousins. Now, Miss Linda has been doing some really nice memorial keychains this week out on her Top Shop. And so if you haven't checked her out or follow her on Instagram, make sure you do at Crafting Cousins. And so one of the questions I asked was if there's anything that you guys want to see that maybe we haven't done, we can definitely plan to do that. So let me know. One of the things I know that we will be doing is kind of like, we do a lot of things, like a lot of things. And I hate the design is gone, but yesterday, I spent most of my day on the laser, like literally cutting things and making stuff for graduations and stuff like that. And I still have a couple of orders that I have to get out. So I've been on the laser, um, and working with acrylic and wood for the last couple of days. So it's one of those things. I go back and forth, laser, embroidery. I have these fiber lasers. I have a couple of shows that are coming up, that I need to do some things for, and I'm looking forward to doing that. So, yeah. What are you guys working on today? Anybody doing anything? I have a goal to get my website updated, and that is something I definitely have to do, because I do have some new stuff to add to the site, and I want to get that done. And so that will be happening over the course of the week for me. So, anybody have any big deadlines they have to get something out by coming up? Okay. How you doing, Mr. Ratliff? You doing okay? Yeah, I have some silver gifts and I have all kinds of stuff. So you have to let me know what you're looking for. Oh wait, you mean you still need to get a gift for Mother's Day? Is that it? Oh, you gotta do better. Thank you for joining the live over on Instagram. I appreciate that. Ooh, you're gonna be long arming all week. Okay, okay. Yes, I still have to finish my that bag I was making. I still have the big one to make and the medium one. Now this is that random little fish thing. I probably should have stopped that, but I'll let it go. So I'm hopping back between screens. But yes. Okay. All right, Miss Linda's doing the pencil over there. So, Teachers Appreciation Week is next week. So make sure if you haven't done something for your favorite teacher or a teacher, make sure you do that. I normally do these signs that look like a pencil, that they can hang on their door. That's really, really nice. All right, this is almost done, guys, and we can take it out. So super excited about that. Oh, that's going to get my little party box. 6, Cabin Dash. Oh yes, Nurses Week. That's right. Thank you. I had forgotten. Can't forget our nurses because I got several nurses. One of my sisters is a nurse. Um, so yeah, we cannot forget Nurses Week. And Rika, aren't you a nurse as well? But yes, we cannot forget that. I made some towels, some tea towels for Nurses Week, and then I sent some stuff. One lady had bought a whole bunch of things for Nurses Week, guys. I am such the notions person. Let me just tell y'all this now. I love all things notions when it comes to sewing, embroidery, and things. I love it. So look, this is a seam ripper, and it's a seam ripper with a magnifying glass. Yes. And so I also got me some magnetic cotton bobbins because I needed um, cotton ones for upstairs in my space for. I got some colored ones because I do a lot of things with green. And these are my cotton bobbins. I really needed cotton bobbins, and so these are more cotton bobbins. More cotton. So these are all go upstairs. And I don't know why. Let me tell you, I just don't know why. But these were cute, and I bought another pair of scissors. I mean, Miss Linda, don't be shaking your head because I told y'all I have a scissors problem. We already know that. Hey, my name is Sean. I like scissors. I bought another pair of scissors. Don't be shaking your head at me. And then, yep, 100% cotton. So I don't know if y'all saw or not, but I made this popcorn bag. It goes in the microwave and literally you can pop popcorn in it. Do I have magnets? Yes, I have magnets. I do have magnets. I make name badges. So like I cut name badges for people. Like I make name badges. Like where is mine? I make all different types of name badges too, Tarika. But yes, I have magnets. Um, I make the acrylic one. I can also so see like this is oval. These are leather ones. Brown. Like I have all different kinds. And these I just laser. So I'll laser these. Like I mean, when I tell you it's all different kinds. Like this. I buy scissors every time I go shopping. So I'm biased. It is a problem. When I go upstairs, I'll show you. I just bought a whole case of them. Like literally. I might give a few away, but it might be many. See, like these, they still got the tags on them. And I got green ones like this too. But we're not gonna judge. Because I told y'all I had a scissors problem. And I am not ashamed because I like scissors. Guess what? There's never a dull moment in my house because of all my scissors. All right. So the sewing is done. Okay, guys, why did I think I bought like 4 of these? I didn't buy enough. I was supposed to buy more to fill my container up. I just bought one box. You know what? I probably hit the wrong thing. This is probably why I got 3 of these, and I thought I had ordered 3 of these. This is what happens when you order stuff in the middle of the night. That's what happens. She said, shaking her head, don't come to my sewing room. All right, Miss Ann. All right, look, Miss Ann, let me tell you. Me and scissors, girl, I love them. There's never enough scissors. All right, so it's done, guys. It's done. So look, it's so easy when you're using Puff because literally you just pop it out. Now, this is what they were talking about. We got all this room here to save. So if you have you a little Puff closet, Puff drawer, Puff something, you can save all these pieces of Puff. Just kind of like people do with vinyl, right? They save all the vinyl. But it's super cute. So I'm going to come over here. And by the way, my green scissors. See the green handle ones? Yep. They were over there by the machine. So it is super cute. The only thing I want to do is I want to cover this up. And so in order to cover that up, I would have to put like some vinyl back here and do that single stitching behind it. Or the other thing I could do is make it double-sided and put 2 of these together, one on top, one on bottom. Like this little thin one that we did, this could be a top, this could be the back. And I could just adhesive glue them together. Or I could still stitch them, put them back in there and run a stitch around it, or take it to the sewing machine and run a stitch around it. So whatever you want to do, you still can keep it in the hoop And basically, if you want to keep it in the hoop, all you would do would be add your marine vinyl at the end versus how I did it at the beginning. I wasn't thinking. I should have added this at the end, went back, and then just did this trace around here to stitch it out, and it would have adhered to this piece and it would have been done. So that's all I needed to do. But here's the front, and I'm gonna take them out so you guys can see what the puffiness looks like, because we did add puff to the key fob, and you can really see the difference. So let's look at this one from the side. So you can see the puff there, and then here's the one without the puff. Now it's flat, like it's really flat. This is the one without the puff, and I'm showing you the side so you can see it. And then the one with the puff, you see how it sits up off the canvas, and you can feel it there. But you definitely feel the difference on the canvas. And again, I'm using marine vinyl. That's what this is. It's not like a faux leather or anything like that. It's marine vinyl, which I really like marine vinyl. But that's puff. Miss Linda, how'd your pencil come out? Oh, look how cute. That looks good. Thank you, Donzel. Yeah, I like that. That came out really nice.
That was nice, but I didn't do it the puff on there because me and them ain't getting along. So
the puff
we're gonna have to have a talk.
Okay.
Me and the puff.
Okay.
Yeah, on that. Because like you said, I should have used cutaway instead of tearaway.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay. Well, it was super good. Thank you so much for indulging and helping me stay on live tonight or chatting with me and making the files, because I think it's good for us to test the files. Donzel said he loves the pencil, Miss Linda, and Miss Ann says she's loving this, and Dorica said it was cute. So yes, I absolutely adore it. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And we will be here maybe next Sunday. I know it's Mother's Day. My kiddo's coming home from college tomorrow, but I don't know that she has anything planned. So we might be on here Mother's Day. We might be sewing Mother's Day. Like if nobody's doing, well, Miss Linda might be busy. So I might be sewing things. She said, so we might be on here doing something fun. And I may get back in early. I may come on later on tonight, because right now my target is Operation Go Clean the Garage, because this kid, I live in Texas. We have tons of storms, tons of hailstorms. And guys, I have taken over the garage, the whole thing. And I have a big garage. So I gotta go clean out her little parking space so she'll have somewhere to park. So I gotta move my motorcycle, get everything out the way. That stuff. So I need to go clean the garage. And then I may be back on later on, because I do want to finish my bag and do a little bit of sewing tonight, because yesterday I spent all day at the laser. And I don't like leaving my laser, so I couldn't really clean and laser at the same time. So I wasn't multitasking. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't done it already, please like and subscribe. If not, or if you have, thank you so much. And come back and hang out. And if there's anything that you would like to see us do, please drop me a message in the comments. Let me know. If you're watching this on a replay, thank you. Put hashtag replay. And also, if there's something you want to see or you have some questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to answer them, as well as do some videos or something like that on something you might want to know. Thank you, Miss Letitia. I think it came out good too. So, you guys have a great rest of your evening, and we will be talking with you all very soon. And stay tuned for posts because I still owe you guys my travel vlog from India because I saw so many cool embroidery things. And so I want to share all that with you guys. I know we talked about it on the other live, but I have a whole bunch of pictures that I didn't get to show. So I will post a video with that this week. So you can check out all of the stuff from the vlog. I'll also show you a couple of the hotels that I stayed in, and some of the food because I did go to a Michelin star restaurant as well, and I had a blast. So have a great evening, Miss Linda. You have anything you want to say to the people?
No, ma'am. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you.
All right, guys, have a good night, and we will talk to you later. Bye.